Salutations, my fellow dudes and dudettes, and welcome back to Tales of Phantasia. Last time, we delved into the Tower of 12 Stars and found Luna, finally. That took longer than we would have liked. And we also got our Alvinista's Royal Crest back, so now we can go consult Edward in regards to fighting Daus. I'm letting you all know this right now. This part is primarily plot. This is all plot. There's going to be no gameplay whatsoever. Well, I guess besides me trying to see if I can sleep at the end. For some reason they don't let me, jerks. But yeah, this part is going to be completely plot based. So for those that are looking for gameplay, I'm sorry. This is Alvinista's Royal Crest. You may pass. We're here to see Edward D. Morrison. Can you take us to see him? I don't know. I have to go. I don't know. I think I hear an ambulance. How much longer do we have to wait? Okay, now this part is really weird. I'm sick of waiting. What are we doing here? Now the weird thing about this is that for some reason, like, you have to walk around for a little bit before you actually proceed with the scene. I don't know why this happens. Like, why can't they just walk in after we're done interacting with everyone? Someone's coming. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm Lyson, the King's chief advisor. Edward's told me all about you. Told me not to be fooled by your youth. I can see why. You're not clearly just children. We've been hoping you'd come. Well, we both had the same goal, to defeat Daus. I don't get what Daus is after. What does he stand to gain from all this? Daus's only goal is to destroy the world. How do we really know that? Arch, what are you saying? She's right, you know. We don't know all that much about Daus. Destroy the whole world? That's correct. Well, never mind. I think we're overanalyzing the situation. Regardless, I want to extend my thanks to you for your help. When are you expecting an attack? Let's consult with the king. I'm sure His Highness will want to meet you in person. Alright, you got this Lyson character. He seems interesting to say the least. Sir Lyson, is it true that Daus warned you to stop your Mystech research? If you had stopped, Midgard does not take order from the likes of Daus. You just concentrate on your research. What are you doing here? Please follow me. The king wishes to speak with you. Mystech research? What's that about? Edward, are these the warriors we've been expecting? Yes, your highness. They've proven themselves as warriors and as heroes in their deeds in Alvanista. I'm glad you've come here, right? Too far. Count, what? What? I think I read that wrong. We have no relations with the elves at all. We've had a few episodes from Alvanista call, but other than that, magical power here in Midgard is relatively limited. Our retcon indicates that Daus' troops have already gathered at the north end of the Valhalla Plains. They are preparing for an attack. We've been pouring most of our funds into our secret weapon. Come with me and I'll show you. This must be the Mystech research they were talking about. If our research goal is met, humans will be able to use magic just like elves. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Humans using magic just like elves? It's been my lifelong dream. After we win this war, I'll see to it you are appointed to the research team. Really? What an opportunity! I've got to get back. My staff can provide you with a few more details. Alright, now nothing's stopping you from leaving the castle at this point, because that's when the next, like, cutscene happens. But at the same time, I guess you can talk to these elves. They don't really have much, these NPCs, they don't really have much to say in terms of plot. They do mention that they're trying to create magic for human beings via science. And also that, you know, Midgard kind of needs as much support as they can muster, because clearly Alvanista isn't getting involved in this, as we acknowledged earlier in the game, after we rescued the prince. I'm studying the relationship between magical spirits and their elements. Yeah, that's the other thing that they mentioned. The elves don't want to fight alongside Dallas. It baffles me as to the reason, supposedly, because we do get a good explanation as to why, but that explanation isn't really explained. If that makes it, probably doesn't make any sense. You'll see in a little bit, actually. Something's fishy. What do you mean? I don't get what Daos has to gain from a war like this. I realize he attacked the villages, but what? Why hasn't Daos moved against Slater Venezia? He's already showed us he can destroy an entire country from the inside out. Remember what he did to Alvanista's prince? And he still hasn't really done anything against Midgard. Why not? We can't answer those questions. Have you forgotten what he did to Harmel? That was a private affair. Daos was responsible for the deaths of Leah, her parents, and even Demetel. How can you just make excuses for him? Class, stop it. My point is, why? What are you talking about? What do all these places have in common? Well, because the other villages haven't been attacked, there must be some connection between the Scarlets, Harmel, and Midgard. Well, I'm stumped. Let's go ask my father. I need to see him anyway. Now? There's a gigantic war about to begin. You want to see Daddy? Don't be ridiculous. We'll be back in a flash. Archer, will you tell us what it is you're thinking? Never mind. Let's go already. And when she means a flash, she literally means it, which is like fade to black. Which is good, because I really didn't want to walk all the way over there. Archie? Oh boy. Daddy, you lied to me. Mommy's not dead. Why did you tell me that? Oh boy. No, Archer, you don't understand. So you found her then. I see. Why did she leave us, Daddy? Did you have an affair? How can you even consider that? Really, Archer, how dare you speak to your father like that? Until 10 years ago, elves and humans coexisted in peace. And one day, the elves decided to secede from human society. They moved to the Ymir Forest. Of course, not all the elves agreed with the High Council's decision. Lucia and I were separated by force. Oh, we got a flashback. Well, at least we know why the elves aren't working with people. Apparently they sort of went on their own. Do you really have to go? My love, I'm so sorry. Why can't we run away and be happy together? Lucia, please reconsider. Bart, my love. I'd give anything to be with you a little longer. Lucia, why is this happening? You underestimate the differences between our two races, human. Your kind has to take the time to learn the error of your ways. What are you talking about? And until you do, don't count on ever seeing another elf. What? I don't understand. Lucia. Now the thing that baffles me about this is that, again, the explanation isn't really explained all that well. What did he mean by the error of your ways? I don't know what the elf meant, but before they took her away, Lucia asked me to tell you she was dead, Archie. Oh, Mommy. Archie. Daddy, please don't be angry with her. She told me how sorry she was. I'd never been angry with her. What happened wasn't any of our faults. Daddy. Mommy. I'm so sorry, my daughter. Bart, we need to ask you a few questions. Did Leah's parents do something wrong? What do you mean? There's gotta be some connection between the Scarlet family and Midgard. Well, they moved to Harmel from Midgard several years ago. Supposedly, they were working on some top-secret project for the government. Perhaps they were looking for a way to use magical power against Dallas. Why is it that Dallas and magic seem to be interrelated? He's afraid. It's his only weakness. You've got to get to Midgard. Agreed, let's go. Now, again, it's not really explained upon why the elves sort of just left. They mentioned that, the humans need to learn the error of their ways. What exactly did they do, though? That's what confuses me, as well as, the characters themselves. I don't get that, and as far as I can tell, that is never explained in this game. Mr. Morrison, what is it? Ha ha ha! It's about time you showed up. Justorno, what do you want of us? I'm here to deliver a message from Dallas himself. You wanted a war, so let your war begin. What do you mean? Don't move. Take one more step and I'll disembowel him. You wouldn't. I can and I will. The blood of the innocent is already upon your hands. This is what Midgard wants, not me. Archie, watch carefully. Teleportation. Oh, what? You couldn't have. Ah! Edward, no! This is a very preliminary form of magic-induced time travel. That'll be the last spell you ever cast. Please don't make the same mistakes I did. What's happening? Name. Ugh. Ugh. That hurt my throat a little bit, not gonna lie. The chair is squeaking a bit too much, isn't it? That was just like when Tornix... So... Edward. So does that mean he's dead? Because he clearly teleported, at least I think. Do you still have any doubts about how we need to deal with Dallas? You saw that. That coward would do anything to see us dead as long as he doesn't have to show up himself. Alright, I'll keep my mouth shut from now on. Class. Now that Edward is dead, has history changed? I don't know, but that's the second time a Morrison saved our lives. This is too much. We need to defeat Douse once and for all. So, alright, so, like, according to the dialogue, he is dead. I just didn't know how that happened. What the hell? Oh, take a look at this map. For some reason, I thought they were supposed to be the character sprites. As you know, Douse's castle is just to the northeast of this country. There is only but one bridge between here and Douse's island. We'll be waiting here for all the battalions to meet. We estimate that Douse's forces will reach Midgard in 5 days. It is imperative that we intercept Douse's army before they kill us all. We've got to hold our ground while a strike force takes out their commander. It's a dangerous mission, but it's the most effective way of attack. So we gotta take them out in 5 days, supposedly. General Alwo will head the first team. General Marquez will lead the second. The third group will be headed by General Faulkner. Clark, I'd like you to lead the final group. Wait, Faulkner from Pokemon? Nah, it can't be him. He doesn't have any birds. You're forgetting yourself, General. I heed this military, and at this moment, I've got no tolerance for insubordination. If you're having any doubts, I suggest you pack up and leave now. Otherwise, sit back down and start following orders. If I didn't call your name just now, please leave, as I like to consult with the team leaders. You'll all be informed of our plan tomorrow. Go into town and pick up any equipment you think we may need. I've got to stay here and plan. I've arranged for you to stay at the inn. Come back and see me tomorrow. Alright, so we've got a battle plan now. Douse's plans on attacking us through the Valhalla Plains. And apparently the time frame is 5 days. I was about to say dollars. And the bridge connecting them is going to be our end point, essentially. So what's going to be happening now is that I'm just going to make sure that everyone is suited up with the best equipment possible, because this battle, we won't be doing it this part, it's going to be next part. I did say there was going to be nothing but plot, and not a whole lot of gameplay. Besides me, I guess, doing this. Oh yeah, I got a red sage. I figured that since I acquired so many items in the Tower of 12 Stars, especially with all the room bottles from the corpses, I figured now would be a good time to use them. I was just gonna wait until I was done the dungeon because I didn't want to interrupt myself repeatedly inside that dungeon because of how long it is. Again, it was almost an hour long before editing was done. And once you sleep at the inn, we have to head to the castle and go meet up with Clarth and Company. Clarth and Company, yeah. Checking to make sure my skills are in check. The only problem is, I'm not gonna really make much use of them. At least I don't think, anyway. Yeah, I don't really think so. I think it's mainly because I don't ever find a good time to really use them. Considering the fact that now we have Ray and Luna on our team. Arches spell rain, Ray, and then the Summon Spirit Luna. I'm not gonna be able to do very much because those attacks are powerful. Why should they care? Well, we'll just have to prove to them that they couldn't have done this without us. how is the machine? It's functioning perfectly. We'll see how Dallas feels after a taste of the Mistech cannon. Ha! A cannon? In the year 4202. In Alvanista, the people prepare for a disaster. The bloodiest war in history, the Valhalla conflict. Although you won't know that because this is kind of, I think it's a rated E game. It probably isn't, considering that cutscene from her, considering some of the vulgarity in this game. Has his death changed the outcome of the war? I think this is the only time we get like a narration within this game. It's kind of weird. Only time will tell. And now we prepare for battle. Alright. The king will reward you according to your performance in this battle. What? We're not mercenaries. We should be out here for the love of our country. Well, let's get this started. Good luck. Now, the weird thing about that is, I'm sure, like, people in in our country, in America, I'm sure they would be like, money, yeah, I'd definitely do it for money. Alright, now here, you can interact with some of the NPCs, and they will fully stock your apple gummies, orange gummies, and I believe bread. They fully stock you on bread. But anyways, now that we're done with all that crazy plot, next time on Tales of Phantasia, we're going to be entering the Battle of the Valhalla Plains. Things are getting really interesting at this point. So until then, I get a juice.